This after an innocent bystander was shot and killed following a man's fight with a security guard on Bourbon Street. Amanda Roberts has more. All right, Amanda. Police say Lewis Barnes attacked security guard Willie Harris after Harris told him to leave.
And at that moment, he was attacked.
The state's director of private security examiner says Harris pulled his gun to protect himself, but Barnes somehow got it away from him. The guard is recovering tonight. Barnes is locked up on a $1.5 million bond. As Sabrina Wilson reports, the city is now stepping up efforts to get money it says it deserves. Mantegna says delinquent businesses also face financial penalties. The city can go to court to shutter businesses that don't pay taxes, but that's only done as a last resort. A train hit an SUV at a railroad crossing in Old Metairie this evening. It happened at the crossing at Metairie Road in Old Frisco. The Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office says no one was hurt. The train blocked traffic for a few hours while deputies investigated. The Justice Department says 30-year-old Courtney Duplessis pleaded guilty to theft of mail last week. Investigators arrested Duplessis last year and say they found dozens of pieces of stolen mail in her vehicle. She'll be sentenced May 2nd and could face up to 5 years in prison. A former LSU student charged with negligent homicide in connection with the death of a fraternity pledge hopes an appeals court will allow him to keep his cell phone password away from prosecutors. Last month, a judge ruled Matthew Knockin must turn over his passcode today. The First Circuit Court of Appeals has paused the judge's ruling until it makes a decision on the matter. District Attorney Hiller Moore's office says the FBI currently has Knockin's phone and could figure out the passcode before a decision is made. Florida prosecutors officially charged New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft with 2 counts of first-degree solicitation. They say he paid for sex acts at a Jupiter, Florida day spa last month, just hours before the Patriots played in the AFC Championship game in Kansas City. The 77-year-old billionaire is one of about 24 men charged in connection to a sex trafficking investigation. Jupiter police say traffickers forced women from China to live inside the spa and perform sex acts on more than 1,000 men a year. Kraft has denied committing a crime and has secured a defense attorney. President Trump left for Vietnam today for his second meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. The two will sit down this week as the U.S. pushes for denuclearization of North Korea. A meeting between the two 8 months ago ended with pledges of nuclear disarmament. However, since then, satellite images show North Korea has expanded a key long-range missile base. But the Secretary of State says there are some good signs. U.S. officials hope this week's summit will provide a more defined plan for North Korea to give up its nuclear weapons. The Army Corps plans to open the Bonnie Carey spillway this week for the 3rd time in 4 years. The water in the Mississippi has been high for several months. Crews have been checking levees for seepage and other issues since November. The Corps will start opening the spillway's bays on Wednesday. That sends some river water into Lake Pontchartrain and relieves pressure on levees downstream. The Corps says workers could eventually open 200 of the spillway's 350 bays, but those projections could change depending on rain and other conditions. Last year, the Lake Pontchartrain Basin Foundation planted about 800,000 trees. This year, they'll plant roughly 1 million, half of them bald cypress.